What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube channel.
Excuse me?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video on the Crowd Racing Co. YouTube channel. As previously mentioned in our last video, we are going to be disassembling Marcus's 351 5.8 liter V8. He blew it up at the track drifting, so it's now winter, and we're going to disassemble it, do a damage assessment, and then we'll tell you guys where we're going to go from there depending on how bad the damage is. And as I go through tearing the engine down, I'll just talk about some tips and tricks that I do when I'm building or disassembling an engine. I'll talk about the mods I have in here, what I thought about them, using them for 2 years, stuff like that. And we'll just go tear down the engine so you guys can see how it's done. If you're interested in building your own engine, I'm telling you, you should do it. This stuff's so easy. This will be my 4th time doing an engine build, so let's just start tearing it down and we'll just talk as we go.
All right, let's do it.
Go through it. Step 1, remove tape from manifold. I'll just do all the outside stuff first. So I get the headers off, I'll get the valve covers off, I'll get the intake out of the way, and then we'll start to undo our valve trains. So we'll take the rockers off so we can unload our valve springs and stuff like that. So we'll just take the big stuff off. Something to mention when you guys are doing this is as soon as I pull the intake manifold, that might be okay. When you pull the cylinder heads, you're gonna dump coolant. There's still gonna be some residual coolant hanging out, and you're gonna dump some coolant into your cylinders and on the floor and stuff, so just get ready to clean up a mess. All right, so we're gonna start moving on to the intake manifold. One thing I will mention really quickly, when it comes to small block Fords, the paper gaskets, I am a huge advocate of using silicone with the paper gaskets. I've tried just silicone by itself, I've tried just paper by itself. I seem to not be able to find a good way for it not to leak unless I do paper gasket with silicone. So if you're going to be running rocker arms that are anything that are not stock, you see I am using Scorpion rockers. You see how big the rockers are and stuff? Now there might be some areas where you can run aftermarket rockers and use a normal valve cover, but I've noticed that anytime you're not using stock rocker arms, you need to upgrade to a tall valve cover. So just know that if you're going to be using aftermarket rocker arms, you should just immediately jump to taller valve covers. And then, in my personal opinion, this is the Fel-Pro, the nice one-piece gasket. I recommend that you get this because I've reused this gasket for 2 years. And periodically throughout the summer, I'll come and check my valve lash, make sure everything's all nice and tight. And instead of having to buy gaskets and silicone, and clean the mess, do it again, I just use these, and they're super nice. You just flop them on, tighten it, and there's no leaks. Oh.
Whoa! There it goes.
So you see, I ended up cutting down the center divider on my Edelbrock RPM air gap intake. And the reason why I did that is that allows all the cylinders to talk to the carburetor, or in my case, the EFI. And it basically, this is a cool trick that lets you keep the low end torque with the dual plane intake, but then you still get some nice top end, and all the cylinders can talk, and it just breathes better and just helps you with top end.
Oh, that came off easy.
Yeah, it did. Not too bad. So you can see, like I told you, after I burned the side of my piston down, it blew my dipstick out, and you can see all the oil that it just kicked out of the
Yeah,
dipstick.
because
and got
all the
over.
blow by, the compression getting by the piston once you melted it.
Yeah, I just pushed a bunch of oil up my dipstick and just dumped it all
That's
over my exhaust.
what you don't want to see. That has engine fire written all over it. Like literally written all over it.
It didn't catch fire. We never had a fire. It
We-
just smoked like a chimney on that last pass,
Yeah.
and then
Dude, I'll never forget that. I was like, oh, you know, Mark stopped drifting and he was driving to the paddock and he was still smoking like he was burning tire. I was like, something doesn't seem right here.
yeah, something's not right.
Something's burning.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that coolant on the floor we were talking about.
These are cast iron heads, so they're a little heavy.
Ah, come on. Own up. They've been doing this shit for years.
Dude, we're good.
Dude, hold on. I want to start with... Hold on. Give me... I want to give him a real show here. So let's start with the piston and the whole reason we did the rebuild. You see that? Here. This is what it's supposed to look like. Don't ignore the coolant that just got in there. And this is our problem. So we saw this melted piston on the borescope, and we were worried that metal got welded to cylinder 1.
This is looking really good. See how you still see smooth side? I just melted the piston is what happened. I actually look how white
The
that
heads
exhaust
look good,
valve.
yeah.
This cylinder was lean. Look at that exhaust valve.
Mm-hmm.
So this cylinder was lean, for sure.
Where did that metal go? It went into the block? That's crazy that
No, it's probably it's melted. So when I
it went out the exhaust?
you'll find all the aluminum on the exhaust port here.
Okay, gotcha.
So this whole port will probably have aluminum inside of it. It doesn't look. Actually, you can see it on the back of that valve right there.
Yeah, it's hard to... Once we disassemble it, we'll be able to look at it better and give you guys a better shot.
But we'll take it.
The cylinder heads are good.
This is totally rebuildable. The bore looks good. Like there's no scoring. Let's rotate the piston down a little bit more and see what it looks like.
Right there, stop.
I mean, you can. The block looks. It looks pretty good. Get multi-layer steel gaskets. It's what it's called. It's what MLS is. This is Cometic. I miss working in the warmth.
Dude, winter just started and you already miss working in the warmth. Well, at least we're not on the ground today, on the cold concrete.
That is true. Oh.
That looks kind of fun.
Yeah. Best part of the build.
I have to say I've never used a harmonic balancer pulley or puller before. It's coming off pretty easy.
Another benefit of building your engine like every winter / every 2 winters is everything comes off nice and easy, including the harmonic balancer.
Oh yeah, when you have to rebuild engines often, it comes apart easy. It's a bunch of rusty bolts. I guess there is a pro, huh? There's always a silver lining to complete engine malfunction and disaster.
So before I take the timing cover off for the Ford 302 or 351, the oil pan bolts to the timing cover too. So I need to figure out how I'm going to catch all the coolant that's about to fall out after I rotate this block over. But we'll take the oil pan off and I'll do the engine mounts and then we can finish taking the front timing cover off.
Wow, there's a lot more in there than I thought.
Quick, towel.
Towel boy! I hate glycol. It's so sticky. Too bad it's not water. I mean, you run this in the winter all the time, right?
Yeah. Okay, so now we're getting to the part where I'm starting to remove like crucial engine components like lifters and cam that will rust over the winter if I just leave them sitting around in the garage. So for the lifters, I'll put them in these jars and fill this jar with oil so I don't have to worry about the lifters rusting or anything like that. And then I have this white lithium grease that I'll spray onto the camshaft and other raw metal components to keep it from rusting. And other small stuff. This is called a Vci bag, and there's something special about the bags that keeps rust from keeps your raw metal parts from oxidizing if you put them in there.
And you're probably just looking for excessive wear on some of them?
Yeah.
Just get an idea of engine health.
Wear on these two metal parts and then the roller. Normally, if this was a flat tappet engine, you'd want to keep the lifter with the specific lobe that it was riding on, but since these are roller lifters, I'm just not paying attention to their location. Unless I find one that is worn out, and then I'll pay attention to it.
Just like that.
Just like that. Should probably wipe this stuff down. This is an important one not to drop. I guess when you're assembling.
If you were assembling the engine, yeah. I mean, you could just flip it over though. So we're about to take the oil pump off and the oil pickup. 2 bolts over here, 1 in the middle. And it just pulls right off. What were you thinking?
Yes, this is the extra long one.
There we go. Water pump and timing chain cover off. All right, so the time has come for the final step, finally, in this engine teardown video.
Yep, just gotta pull the cam out.
Gotta remove the timing chains and pull the cam out.
Yep.
So I guess you just gotta gently slide both gears off at the same time?
Yep. Exactly.
You even told me you might put a bigger one in, so.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna change the cam, so. So this is how I like to do it, is I just put the cam sprocket back on and then I'll try and pull it out.
There she is.
Good old F303 Ford Racing Cam.
Nice.
That's going to be it for the engine teardown video. Next week we'll be posting a video about tuning and like all the stuff that I've learned tuning my 351s. And you guys know the deal. If you like the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.